Hey everybody, I'm the Canadian lad, and today I have a very different theory about why Thor was so pathetic in Avengers Endgame. The main reason behind his weakness shown in Endgame is Thor Love and Thunder. After doing some hefty research, I've come to the conclusion that Thor getting a fourth movie was the primary reason that Marvel could take such huge risks with his character arc. Now how exactly did I come to this conclusion is what I'm going to explain throughout this video, so stick around and see you at the end. Captain America and Iron Man have been depicted as the best version of themselves as well as at the peak of their power. They both were literally unstoppable in the entire movie. It took 6 Infinity Stones to kill someone like Tony Stark, and Captain America, despite being mostly an ordinary human being, fought against it all and came out as a survivor. So no doubt these two were the most fearless and powerful heroes in Avengers Endgame. Comparing to Captain America and Iron Man, Thor was nowhere near using his maximum ability. The fact that we are seeing two superheroes rising so high and one is going so low just makes us wonder why exactly isn't he able to cope up like the rest of them. The answer lies right there. Captain America and Iron Man do not have any other movies coming out, so they had to be shown in their best version to justify their character arc, to show just how far they have come. That someone who was a tiny little guy getting bullied in every block now is a super soldier fighting against thousands all by himself. And another one who was all about himself, selfish, arrogant and careless, now gives up his life to save the universe. Marvel gave a perfect ending to both of these characters because it's the end, but not for Thor. Marvel President Kevin Feige has said multiple times that they plan out everything 5 years ahead of time. So it's just not possible that the writers of Endgame didn't know that Thor has another movie yet to come. In order to get the continuity of every movie correct, Marvel gives opportunities to writers of different franchises to discuss before writing a story. In fact, just before Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, the writers of Infinity War and Endgame, began writing the plot, Chris Hemsworth intervened and said, "You gotta change Thor, because we're doing something absolutely different with him in Thor Ragnarok." Because Thor Ragnarok wasn't even released at the time Endgame was being written. So Chris Hemsworth and Taika Waititi had to inform the writers of Endgame of the changes that Thor has already gone through. Knowing that Thor will have a fourth movie gives the writers of Endgame more freedom to play with his character, because they know it's not their job to finish his character arc. So they just have to leave him in a space where the writers of Thor Love and Thunder can pick him up from. Just like the writers of Ant-Man and the Wasp left Scott Lang in the Quantum Realm at the request of Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, because they both needed Ant-Man to remain in the Quantum Realm to drive ahead the plot of Avengers Endgame. When concluding the journey of two of the biggest superheroes took a 3 hours long movie, just imagine how much would it have taken had they had to conclude the story of Thor as well. Either they would have to cut short the screen time of Captain America and Iron Man, or conclude Thor's character arc in a very short and small way that will never justify his character arc. A lot of people have been saying Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman said yes to Thor 4 because of the huge success of Endgame, but that cannot be true. Natalie Portman had her issues with Marvel, but it was solved way before Endgame was being written. The cameo that's featured in Endgame of Jane Foster is a deleted scene from Thor The Dark World. Rocket was digitally put in Endgame, but Marvel still had to take permission from Natalie Portman to use that clip, for which she has been rightly credited as well. If Natalie Portman still had any differences with Marvel, she wouldn't have approved of using one of her deleted scenes. Endgame's success is not the reason she's coming back for Thor Love and Thunder, but quite the opposite. It's because of Thor Love and Thunder we were able to see a glimpse of her in Endgame. My next video is gonna be based on why Marvel decided to go with the drunk Thor who is suffering from PTSD. Make sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates from my channel. And also grab the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you lads in the next one.